Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Inside Line Racing on this lovely Friday evening here at Monte Carlo in Monaco today, where we are for ILR3 for the Xbox tier. I am Jess, and I'll be one of your commentators tonight. And joining me today, we have got the lovely Jack. How are you doing, mate?
I'm alright. Not too sure how to feel about this race. I don't think we're going to see that many finishes. I'm expecting around 9 or 10, just because it's Monaco, but it should be exciting, whatever happens.
Yeah, to be honest, Monaco possibly more cautious than Baku, since there's not many places to overtake, in my opinion. So I think they would possibly try and keep it in there, make sure they don't put it into the walls too much. But it is very tight. Some may argue that it's harder than Baku. Some might argue it might be easier, but we'll just have to wait and see. But it looks like it's a very nice sunny day here at Monaco, so that's good. No rain, which is good news for all our drivers. So we've got a few reserve drivers tonight. We've got 17 drivers overall, which should be interesting. And someone just left the session. Hopefully he'll join pretty soon. But I think the type we got the Super Softs, Ultra Softs, and we also got the first time in this league we got the Hyper Softs. So how that's going to play out is going to be very interesting. We saw what it was like in real life at the Mexico Grand Prix as well. So I wonder how that's going to be used on the first time on this game.
Yeah, I think I don't think the delta is that different between all the tyres. I think Hotwire's just gone straight out and started his first flying lap on a set of Super Softs. He's taking it quite easy, trying not to heat them up too much, because overheating is quite an issue around this track. And you can see very experienced drivers sometimes bin it at very odd locations just because their tyres are too hot. And Ghostlight are getting out of the way very well, but it won't help his case out at all, as he's going to have to try and reverse back on track and not get in anyone's way as he goes through Portier now into the tunnel. My favourite bit of the track, I think. This is the only... Sorry about that. Somebody keeps letting off what sounds like gunshots in my neighbourhood. But anyway, I'm going to carry on. Wow. Can you carry on a bit? I'm just going to see what that is.
Okay, whilst he sees what happened now, we just got Tom that just retired there, and I think we've got a few people off the track as well. So anyway, Hot Riot is Frank just set the fastest lap so far, but I think we could expect someone to go into the 1 minute 9 to 1 minute 8, I think, as he's about to cross the final corner on a set of super soft tyres. What's lap time are you going to set? Oh, a 1 minute 11.2. That's a good lap from him on those set of super soft tyres at the moment. I'm just going to see who else is on a lap at this stage. We've got quite a few. We have got Dumb Thunder, who is on one right now. He just passed the tunnel there. This corner is very tricky to get right, especially if people have come off it so far. So it is quite tricky to negotiate. And a lot of people have retired. That is probably why, due to the fact it is quite tricky, that a lot of people setting on the Super Softs at the moment. And Jack is back. But anyway, Dome Thunder is about to cross the penultimate few corners. At the moment, Aiden just set the fastest lap time so far. What is Dome Thunder going to do? Is he going to be faster than that? No, he's not. He's P4 at the moment, so still pretty decent. So the fastest lap time so far is on the Hypersofts. But I strongly recommend don't go on the Hypersofts first to start the Grand Prix, because you're going to go to the pits pretty quickly.
I think we're going to see quite a few losses of front wings as well. So no matter what tyres you pick, that's probably not going to be a strategy for the race, because you are probably going to use the front wing at some point as Hotwire's turned around on his in lap. I'm not too sure what happened there, as I think Wriggling Wazza has actually lost his front wing as well. He's fine. He's already put a lap in. But I've seen quite a bit of front wing debris already, and we're only 5 minutes into the session, and I'm expecting to see more, as I almost do, as placing centre goes a bit wide. The corner just before the hairpin, I forget what it's called. Mirabeau, that's it.
At least you're better at corners than me.
Yeah. Goes through Portier into the tunnel. Sort of twitching away on the pad. He's going to be quite a disadvantage on the pad to a wheel. Going down to the New Belgium, getting probably the tightest corner on the track. As you've got the amount of people that hit that inside wall is unbelievable. Going through now what a lot of people consider to be their favourite corners of the calendar, the swimming pool section.
Ooh, a bit of debris there. And Groundsy just retired. But
I think
anyway,
Blazing Slender messed up and then quickly tried to get out of the way of the Williams of APS Hamilton.
that was a bit
But
too
he
further
got out.
back. It's gone to the pits. Oh, APS Hamilton has just set fastest lap. On the outside Vultures.
Almost a whole second as well.
That is pretty decent. Not gonna lie.
That's mighty.
But can we see some faster lap times? We will have to wait and see. We've still got Zanardi, Ados and Fertile to set a lap as well. But don't forget, it's still 10 minutes to go this qualifying. It's nowhere near over yet. So we could see some faster lap times as the track starts to grip up a little bit as it gets towards the end of the session there. So quite a mixture of strategy as all three tyres are used, which I've never seen much go on at the moment. The most I've seen yellow flags is set to 2, probably going towards that very tricky corner, or possibly going to the tunnel as well. That's where a few people also get caught out, going set to 3 as well. So I think Rampage is going on and out of that. We've got Dome Thunder and Frank as well. Is looking to see if he can go faster as well. But a few people probably going out earlier than expected, but they want to try and get 3 stints in as much as possible as well. So we're going to try and see what happens going up to there. And hopefully we can have a better race than last week, since last week we've seen a lot of carnages in Spain, but I think Monaco is quite good to watch if they keep it clean. But I can't guarantee it, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I think when I did WXL a few weeks ago, I think only around 15 starters, only about 5 finished, I think, in the end.
Wow.
And then one of the DNFs included KJ Gamer, who is probably one of the fastest people I know on this game.
Yeah, it just goes to show that you could have one luck in one league, but in another league you could have something completely different. So I think it just goes to show on the day, really. It's just about mental preparation as well as anything. Are you going to be striving for good results? Because if you have a bad mental preparation, then it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well for you. So they got to have their mindset, I'm actually going to do well, and then they're going to do well. If they're going to say, oh, I'm going to have a rubbish race, then you're more than likely going to have a rubbish race. So keep your mental side in check and you'll do absolutely fine. As Frank's going very fast going into that last couple of corners in set to 3. He's looking very impressive going into those last corners in the Alfa Romeo, which has done very well in real life in the championship. Is he going to do well here today? He is 6th, so he's improved by 4 tenths, but not enough to beat Atlantis at this stage. Has Atlantis made that gamble for retiring when he did? Well, we'll have to wait and see for that. And I'm just seeing, can we just follow someone else? We've got Zanardi, who's on a lap as well. He's going a bit slow. Oh, no, but he is not on a lap. He's going slowly. Blazing Slender, interestingly, needs to set a lap time. So how's he going to do going towards the last bit of set, the first bit of set to 2, last bit of set to 3? I do see a bit of debris.
Coming across the line, moves up 1 place in front of R Frank, and it's good to see that R Frank is also liking quite a bit less than he was last week.
Blazing Slender has bumped it a little bit into the wall there. So, he's lost his front wing as well. Not the best place to be in it, my friend, unfortunately.
Just straight into the pits. Why is he carrying on? He's not going to get anywhere with no front wing.
He wants to set a lap time. He just wants to be last. Because, yeah, he just wants to get a banker lap in there. 1 minute 16, but I surely suggest he go again.
Yeah. I think APS Hamilton sitting quite nicely at the moment in P1. He's about 9 tenths in front of F1 Aiden.
And we also got Fatawers.
Had to get, I think, quickly had to get out of the way earlier as of Dun Thunder, who I was looking at. He got out of the way quite neatly into the Raskas corner. But I'm not sure if it compromised him a little bit, but it doesn't matter because I don't think he improved on that anyway.
No, I have seen Fatar actually go a little bit faster in set to 1, but you think he's just completely lost it in set to 2 though. He lost about 2 tenths in set to 2, so I don't think he's going to improve very much, but Yep, he's gone into the pit. I swear every person I follow goes into the pits. But let's see how Hotwire is going to do approaching the last bit of Sector 3 on those super soft tyres. Possibly the one who's going to challenge... Oh, no, he's going to the pits as well. What is going on? Right, Hamilton's going to the pits as well. How is Aiden going to do? He's on... What tyres is he on at the moment? He's on a set of Ultras at the moment. So, let's go see if he can challenge. I think, yeah, the fastest time at the moment is on Sector Ultra Soft. So, probably... Because Ultra Soft in Monaco doesn't use that much tyre length, to be honest. Because you can afford to stay out quite long in the Ultra Soft in Monaco, whereas you can't on other tracks. But the Hypersofts is in the Ultra Softs, to be honest, in real life. Because the Hypersofts don't last very long. Is Aiden going to set a lap time? Yes, he is. But it's not going to be a fast one. He's on his out lap anyway. Yeah, he's on his out lap anyway. So, see how he does. Rampage on a lap as well. And 6 minutes left to go, almost.
Also, I saw that Ultras are really good for keeping a sort of a neutral temperature, as the Super Softs take a long time to heat up around Monaco. In contrast, the Hyper Softs just can't seem to keep cool. So the Ultra Softs are pretty optimum tyre when it comes along with the race. Although grip levels between the Ultras and Supers are pretty much exactly the same from what I've experienced. One's just got a longer life than the other.
Yeah, it does depend how they manage it, since tyre temperature is very key. Codemasters recently just given the option where you can turn it on and off, but in Inside Line Racing we decided to keep the tyre temperatures on because we want to replicate what it's like in real life for the drivers. And as Aiden has approached it very fast in Sector 3 and clipped the corner a little bit there, so I think he's probably got his lap time invalidated. He'll probably go to the pits again. No, he's not. He's going to stay out, but...
I think he might be good.
Oh, is he going to set a lap? Oh, he sets a lap time. Oh, it was good. It must have been a corner where usually you can extend it a little bit and get away with it. There's some corners where you can, some corners where you can't, just like in real life, and Aiden did just that. So I won't be surprised if he goes faster, approaching the last few minutes, but I think we got Hotwire on his out lap at the moment, and we got Dome Thunder about to cross the line to... Nope, he is going on to start his flying lap at the moment, and Frank is just about to start a very tricky Sector 2. Approached that quite nicely.
Yeah, Aiden actually... I was expecting Aiden on his... I think this is his in lap. I'm not sure... No, he's not machine. He's got his battery in nothing mode. But he got very close to the inside wall on Portier. He just turned in.
Oh.
That stopped, please.
Yeah, it is quite odd to turn it in quite like that. But he was on a lap beforehand, so he went on his in lap. So he's got a lap set in, so he's fine. But Frank is looking to be very good going towards the final few corners. What lap is he going to set? Oh, he's 7/10 faster than his previous lap, but not fast enough. He's lapping to 6th, so he keeps jumping between 6th and 8th at the moment. So he is still quite a fast guy. And yeah, let's see. We're just going to see how else is going to done as well. And I do remember Monaco was actually won from pole for the first time by Daniel Ricciardo in real life, which unfortunately has had bad luck this season. He's only had a few podiums this season, and one of them was in Monaco, where he started from pole and finished the race. So it is strongly, highly recommended the higher you qualify in Monaco, you're more than likely probably going to even stay there or be better. So the higher position, the better chance you will of scoring as much points as possible. If you are lower down the field, obviously, you're going to have a less chance of getting pole position, getting a win, or even some points here at Monaco. So top 6 definitely in good stead for some good podium points at the moment. But no, Ghost Alaba's not on a lap at the moment. Frank's going to probably go on his in lap at the moment, so we have to wait and see what happens here. Don't forget the 2 other tiers, ILR 1 and 2, are streaming on Twitch right now. So if you want to see what's going on in the other 2 tiers as well as this, you can as well. But yeah, it should be fun, I think, just to see how these go. Nope, Dome Thunder's not on a lap at the moment. But Hotwire is looking very good in sector 3 there. Approached that corner very well, going into those final few corners here.
He's going to go again. He's not going. He screwed up that lap, and he just
a lot of
came
people
out
go
of
to
it.
the pits at the moment.
Yeah, I saw him go through the chicane, and he just went straight across it. I don't think he was trying anymore.
No.
Didn't want to put extra wear in those tyres. Pretty smart move, if I'm honest. But as far as I'm concerned, if we see attrition like that in the race, anyone could win. Really.
It is.
As we're
Ghost
in quarter of an
just
hour.
binned it. And
Yeah.
towards that
I was
tunnel.
saying, quarter of an hour, 6 drivers have binned it already. And this is only in the length of about 7-8 laps.
Yeah, that's a bit worrying, I think. Especially, oh, that was a spin and a half from Dome Thunder. Oh my word. I think because of the debris that people have been suffering, it's caught a lot of drivers out trying to move out of the way. Because if they get caught in debris, it's going to really have a detrimental effect on their tyres. So that's why, no, Dome Thunder's not going to go faster there at all. I'm just seeing how Aiden is doing. Nobody's on his out lap at the moment. Nobody is on it. Nobody's on that at the moment. And how's AJH going to do? What lap? Nope, he is not improved. And Hamilton is on his out lap at the moment. He could probably, I think, on my predictions, I'm calling it right now, he's probably going to stay on pole. But possibly Aiden could challenge him. Possibly. But Hamilton is definitely in a good position at the moment. In the Williams car. It'd be nice to see the Williams car back to glory, because it's had a really bad season in real life. So he's about to start his last lap now.
Be quick if he wants to. He's going to have to be quick if he wants to make it to the line. He's got 30 seconds left, and he's just come out on a set of ultra soft tyres. He's just coming out of the tunnel now. So if he's extremely quick and just goes straight across the chicane, which he does so, I'm guilty of doing that. But
yeah, me too.
It's going to be a close call if he gets to the line or not. But I have the feeling he's not going to make it.
I don't think he is, because there's 7 seconds, and how are you going to make it in 7 seconds?
Yeah, he's not going to make it.
No, he's not. So I think he'll be possibly the last. No, Hamilton is going across. Oh, no, Hamilton's slowing. Is he slowing down? I don't know. But anyway, Aiden is about to cross the line. Can he challenge for pole? We shall see. He's got the DRS open. Not on full ERS mode. He's improved, but not enough.
Gets close.
He's by
Gets
3.
very close though.
He's improved by 3 times. Oh, and Ados has come out of nowhere with a 110.2. Let's see how Hamilton's. Can he beat that? He's probably gonna. No, he's not.
He's come out of it.
No, he's not. Is he run out of fuel or something? Or he might have binned it. We didn't see.
No, I think he just screwed it up and just came out.
Yeah, we'll see how Fatal does going across the line. He's in fourth. Not bad from him. Pretty good. And Rampage, let's see how he does going across the final corner. And we've got Zanardi also on the lap as well. So, and he's in 10th, so that's good. But how was Rampage going to set? He's in P6. 6th. So the top 5 separated by about 6/10. Not as close as the last few weeks, but very, very good that from Ados to take pole position at the very last second. So well done to him.
Yeah, talking about close in APS last night, there were 2 drivers that were 0.006 of a second apart. So very close. And then someone somehow managed to get in between them, which just blew my mind when that happened.
Wow. That is insane. If qualifying is going to be close between the top 5, I wonder how it's going to go for the race. And it's going to be very close in the standings as well. Let me just get the standings up on my browser, just so I can see how close the championship is at this end. I know it's the early stage of the championship, but it is anyone's game at the moment. We've had different winners throughout the season, of course, so we shall see. Let me just have a look and see what the current updated standings are at the moment. Not much has changed, but there we go. But anyway, no, it has been updated since Spain, so I can't really check who is. But the Baku standing, Steerage is winning the championship so far, but it's not showing the updated one. So I can't really tell you who's gonna beat Steerage tonight. But Steerage is, I don't think Steerage, no, he's not racing, I don't think, tonight. So this could be a chance for his championship rivals to gain some crucial points for the championship to possibly take the lead. We should have to wait and see. So as you can see, weather still quite sunny at the moment. So no rain, which should be a relief, I think, to all these drivers. They were hoping for no rain, and they got it. All time set to official here in Monaco. No night race, unfortunately, but we wanted to replicate it in real life. As we said, let me know your opinions in the chat. Who you think's going to win the race so far? We're just about to start the formation lap here. We just got the tyres set at the moment, as the Force India tends to do quite well in online in Monaco, so we could expect Ados to do quite well, but can Hamilton challenge him on the line? We've got 3 people starting on the Ultra Softs. Total definitely gambling on his strategy. I think he's the only one on the Hypersofts. No, he's not. Rampage also going to set up Hypersofts. So the only two on the Hypersofts. And we've got Hot Wild on the set up Super Softs. Dome Thunder, Ghost, and R Frank on the set. Ghost on the set up Ultra Softs. And we have got Zanardi on the set up Hypersofts as well. So that is interesting. And we've got Atlantis on the set up Super Softs with AGH on Ultras, Ringling Rosser on Super Softs. Both AGH and Ringling Rosser both got disqualified from the formation lap. Blazing Slender all the way down to Tom. No, Dark Phoenix is on the Seb Super Softs right now, but Tom on the Seb Ultras. So all 3 tyres used for this Monaco Grand Prix, and we could expect the Hypersofts to pit first, and then the Ultras, and then a set of Super Softs. So I think Super Softs could be a bit of a gamble, but I don't really know. I haven't raced around this track as much, so it could be interesting to see what is going on here. But I
think if you have Super Softs, you're pretty much guaranteed that they're not going to overheat nearly as much as the Hyper Softs and Ultra Softs have capabilities to do. But the Ultra Softs, you're pretty much definitely looking at two stops, as if you do run 1 stops, your tyres are going to be so destroyed by the end. It's ridiculous. Somebody in this league actually tried that last week around Spain, and their Super Softs were at like 80% by the end or something, I think they said in the interviews.
Yeah. But anyway, we're about to get underway then for this Monaco Grand Prix. Is it going to be a good start from Ados? Looks like Hamilton weaved a little bit there to try and get into turn 1 already. And looks like, I think they all managed to go out okay, the top 6. Thank goodness for that. But how is turn 2 going to look? Hamilton and Ados battling already. I think we already got some carnage going on the back as well. So that's going to be intense already. Few people, Blazer Slender as a retired. We've got a few people losing their front wings. AJH has gone out as well. Frank has lost it as well. Already a bit of a pause there from already a bit of train of cars going into that tricky section of the circuit, which is not really out whatsoever. And so
the safety car.
Yep, the safety car already. Oh my word. Who would have predicted that? It must be a record here at ILR to get the safety car already in lap 1. So they are vital.
Yeah, I think I saw what happened. Between Blazing Slender and I think it was Groundsy, but I'm not too sure. What happened was, I think, Groundsy didn't actually really do anything. He just hung it around the outside of Casino Square, and not the turn before Casino Square, the long left hand, I can't remember what it's called. But he just completely lost it under braking and then just flew backwards into the wall, and then I think he lost one of his back wheels. And pretty much everyone's going into the pits.
Yeah, but I think Hamilton's not, though. He's not going into the pits at the moment. But what I've seen was our race leader, Ados Gamers, dropped it way down at the moment. But maybe... Oh, my word, there's a tour also spinning there. I think it was either Aiden, no, it was Ghost Lava there. And Aiden just got a 5-second stop go. Ados got a 5-second stop go. Groundsy had a 5-second stop go as well. So a lot of stock goes. A lot of people going very fast at the moment. As you can see, the safety car...
Do you know what happened there?
No.
The two Toro Rossos have just hit each other on the safety car.
Oh my word. If it was like F1 2012 or 13, they would have got disqualified.
Aiden's not got a front wing.
Oh, already we're starting to lose drivers already. This is not looking good for these drivers. They just got to be more careful. They can't be too aggressive because it's not won. The race is not won in turn one. You can afford to be a bit cautious going into the first lap to make sure your tyres are heated up. As Aiden, yep, he has lost it.
Christ.
He has lost it. I don't know what happened with Aiden. Let me just catch if I can see what's going on here. Oh,
he hit the wall in the tunnel.
Yeah, I've just seen it. I am on board with Atlanta just to see what happened. But yeah, I think if you lose your front wing in Monaco, you can't really approach corners. So it is quite difficult to try and negotiate it back into the pits if you lose your front wing in Monaco. So yeah, so we could.
I think I just saw an incident with Dark Phoenix and Futile Rider. I think Futile Rider was actually going a bit too close behind the Ferrari in a safety car and has just lost one of the turning vanes on his front wing.
Yeah, there was a bit of debris flying out a little bit, but he is fine. He's only got minor damage, so I think Jeff will probably tell him to continue a little bit there. A little bit of weaving for these drivers, actually. Trying to make it too aggressive. It is a safety car already in these first few stages, but it's gonna make people on those actually I think everyone who's pitted now has ditched the Hypersoft tyres, but it's gonna make people on these Ultrasofts be on those tyres for slightly bit longer. So it must be a bit of a sense of relief for the people on those Ultrasofts that they can afford to take those Ultrasofts for a few laps longer, depending on how long the safety car is. So it must be a relief for them, and it also might be a relief for the Supersofts. There'll definitely be a one-stop strategy for those Supersoft runners, I think, in my opinion, because you don't have to. The tyre temperatures will definitely be cool at a few stages of the race, but already it'll be interesting to see how the people will go through on the line once safety car is in. It'll be like a restart part two, pretty much, for these drivers. But APS Hamilton had a very good start actually on these first few laps. He almost went a bit aggressive in turn one, but after that he managed to get it together, had a good strategy, and maybe he could take these Ultrasofts to a good measure. Now the safety car is in this lap. So I can see APS Hamilton already pulling up the field already. So it will be up to him to get the start that he needs. In order, he's already going faster already. Then so. Let's see how he does at the moment. DRS is now enabled. That is interesting. I thought it'll be...
DRS disabled, I've got.
Oh, now it's got enabled then disabled. I think it was just a glitch from the game at the moment. Is a hot wire. It's going to see... it's under pressure from Tom there. Hamilton's already pulling away by like 1 second there. So already he's very fast in Monaco. This must be one of his stronger tracks at the moment. But Tom is all over the back of him of hot wire now. Let's see how he does as a hot wire... tries to defend around the outside, but he couldn't do it as Tom up into P2 already, and he's going to start to see if he can catch up to APS Hamilton, which he already is already, which is pretty good. Let's see what's happening midway through the field. As I think we've got the Tim McLaren trying to fight. Oh my word, is someone going backwards, and that's Groundsy in the McLaren there. He's lost it there, and but his front wings, I think he just had a bit of a spun there, I think. So I think he should be fine.
I think, judging from where he spun, I think somebody might have just overtaken him and tagged his back wheel as he tried to turn in. Since he's got no front wing damage either, I think that probably supports that.
Yeah. So
we didn't see it, and we haven't got any replays in this game, so he should be able to carry on without that many problems.
No, but his teammate can't, though. He's out. His teammate Ringley Rosso is out of this Grand Prix already. But APS Hamilton already showing his dominance. 1:13.2 fastest lap. Amazing. But can Tom catch up to him? We shall have to wait and see.
I found where it was a binned it. He binned it. Frank's in the pits, yeah. What was a binned it at the Sergio Perez wall, if you get where I mean.
Yeah.
Where he binned it at in 2011.
Yes, and because I don't know the corners, I think it'll be nice to call it where people have binned it. So the corner coming up, because I'm riding on board with Hot Wire, the corner just gone was the Wehrlein Buttonwall, where they collided in 2017 when Button filled in for Alonso when he did the Indy 500. But yeah, that's a quite tricky corner to get. So nice they managed to do that quite nicely. But we still got 12 runners. We already lost 5 drivers already. That is not good. But we should have to wait and see how these drivers turn out. As Hamilton still holding up a little bit. He's I think Tom is definitely doing well on those ultra softs tyres at the moment. They're on a say tyre length, but is he going to... I just need to check the telemetry to see if I haven't got any rev glitches. I haven't at the moment. That's all good. Tom, 1 minute 12.2. Already faster than Hamilton already on lap 6. Absolutely insane. It's quite tricky to overtake in Monaco. So I wonder if he... What corner is he going to do it? He's already like fast. He's now 3/10 faster now. He's all at the back of him at the moment. Looking very impressive from the Haas driver. He was very fast in Australia in the first race as well, so it's good to see him fast in Monaco as well due to those tyres. He seems to be managing it quite well on his ERS. He's still on 71% on the ERS, so that is pretty good at this stage and at the moment. So
I think Tom might have actually got a warning there. He cut that chicane quite a bit. But I think what we've seen also is Tom's managing his engine quite a bit better than Hamilton is at the moment. He's got quite a bit of fuel left, and he's got quite a lot of battery compared to Hamilton, who's negative on fuel. So he's going to have to do a bit of fuel saving, as well as defending from the Haas. And he's only got about 30% of battery left.
Yep, he is.
So
he's 33.
Quite a good bit of driving is going to be needed from Hamilton to defend that position.
And I think he's decided to lower his ERS a little bit because he realised he was running out. Tom managing it perfectly though. He's still on 62, which is good. But we're seeing if he's going to try and close in as much as possible. And we don't have much battles. We've still got battles, I think, happening with it. Atlantis is also going to try and close in on ADOS Gamer as well. ADOS has dropped a little bit down the field from where he started. He started on pole, now he's dropped down to 5th. But he pitted quite earlier than the rest, and he's on 7 super soft. So maybe he could manage his tyres right now, but then when he's in the lead, he could afford to like save it a little bit. So maybe he chose that strategy when he goes to the pits, and we're going to see if the Atlantis is going to make a move, which he almost did there, but he decided not to. I am going to closely watch the gap between Tom and Hamilton to see if that materialise, but I don't think that's going to happen just yet. But
yeah.
Oh,
I was actually watching the Ferrari Force India battle, and ADOS Gamer tapped the wall into back. I'm not too sure if he's got front wing damage. I don't think he has, because he's still staying relatively in touch with Dark Phoenix. But I think what Dark Phoenix is trying to do at the moment is he's trying to back the Force India up into his teammate, because he's obviously quite a bit quicker. And what Dark Phoenix is doing is actually quite clever. He's going a lot slower than ADOS in the corners where he can't overtake, but then on the straights where he can, as he actually gets it a bit wrong in there, that's going to give ADOS a bit of a run on the inside. He squeezes him right up to the wall. That lets him and his teammate past. Bit cheeky from ADOS Gamer there, but didn't give the Ferrari any damage. So I'd say fair play.
That is a decent move, I think, from these guys, and defending as well. And it just goes to show, if you're watching this and if you don't do too well in Monaco, watch that battle that just happened. No, don't watch Atlantis spinning into the wall.
Oh, hang on a minute. We've got a move going on between P1 and P2, and I think Tom has got a move done around the outside of Raskas, and APS Hamilton goes into the pits immediately afterwards.
I think he responded to that. He responded to that. He probably wanted to jump Tom in the pits there, so that's what he's done. That's my opinion anyway. And he was like, right, that's it. I've lost the position. I'm going to pit and see if I can jump him in the pits, and that's what he's done at the moment. So that looks good from him. But so far, we have got some interesting battles developing already through the field. We got Rampage, I think, in P8 in the other Force India as well. So Nani doing very well, where he is going to try and catch up to the Ferrari stroke Force India battle as well. So we already got pretty much a 4-way train for third. That is very, very good as well. ADOS is a bit too far away from Hotwire to catch up to him, but he's got to do very well to try and defend, which he is doing, which is good. And they both go through the tunnel. Some very nice noises in the tunnel. I really like that. Adel's trying to make the aggressive strategy work, but he's staying where he is at the moment. That is good. Dark Phoenix lost a bit of pace a little bit. That's allowing Zanardi to try and close up. We also got the Renault trying to close up to Zanardi as well. So let's see what happens here. But when will Tom pit? That will be the question that everybody in the stream would probably ask as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We just joined us. Hello, welcome to the ILR3 stream for Xbox One. Hope you are guys enjoying it so far. We're on lap 10. And so far, Tom is leading the race from Hotwire when Ados Gamer in third, trying to see if he can hold on to third with Atlantis not that far behind him as well. So we have to wait and see what happens here, what's going on with these guys, just to see how it happens. But I think we've got a battle happening with oh no, it's a ghost car. Oh, for God's sake! I was hoping there was going to be a battle happening between Fatar and Groundsy, but Groundsy is ghost. I think he disconnected. So
a close battle at the moment, though, I will say, is between P6, P7, and P5.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how that.
P5 a bit less so, but definitely between P6 and P7.
Yes, Dome Thunder closing in the tunnel there. He's about 4/10 of a second separating between him at the moment, going towards that tunnel there. And, oh, Atlantis!
Oh, Atlantis actually been spun around.
Yeah, I just seen that. Oh, my word. That was a bit of a mistake from Atlantis at the moment. Don't know what happens there at the moment to cause that. And, yep, he's lost it. And, but that's allowing Dome Thunder to close in a bit more on Zanardi. They were almost side by side there approaching that corner. That was intense from those drivers. Can they make the move? Possibly one of the easiest corners to overtake on this game. Turn one. Nope, they are staying put at the moment. Oh,
Zanardi goes
no, he's
bit
not.
deep, but I think he's good.
He's good, but they're very close at the moment. Oh my word, if they make a move around here, that will be absolutely insane. Atlantis lost it again going into that. He's lost definitely a lot of positions. But Zanardi, I think, has got the move done, I think. He's in P5 right now. Or it might have been Dome Thunder that he's in P... I don't know. Not paying attention much at this stage. But let's just see what positions people have gained as well. See, I think
APS Hamilton is already behind the battle that we were just spectating. He's absolutely flying on those supers at the moment. Yep. I think Dun 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 looks for a gap, doesn't get one, but he might get a bit of a run going up to the back. And I don't think he does either. He's going to have to stay behind him for a little while longer.
Yeah, you have to definitely stay behind for a bit. But he's closing in. He's on newer tyres, so possibly he's going to gain a bit more of an advantage, I think, in my opinion. I think a bit of contact from the Renault. Unfortunately, my camera on the it was on the helicopter there, so we couldn't see that clearly. But I did see there was a bit of contact. Not sure what contact they've had, but I think that's allowed the Williams of Hamilton to get the move done on Dome Thunder. Now his next job is Zanardi. Can he do it?
What move?
He easily done it there going into that corner. That was a textbook move from Hamilton. Very clean stuff. Up into P5. He could soon be in the net lead at the moment. Let me just look at how many people made stops. Well, technically, Ados Gamer is in the net lead at the moment out of the people that have made stops. But Hamilton's on a different tyre than Ados there. And actually, they're on the same. But Hamilton has been on the Super Softs for a few more laps than needed. So, Ados will probably have to pit again. Hamilton doesn't have to pit again, I don't think, as long as he can manage his tyres. So, Hamilton is on course to possibly gain a win in this Grand Prix. He's definitely got the pace for it.
I don't think Hamilton is close enough to actually jump Tom 123 in the pits at the moment. He's around 30 seconds behind. I think it's around 25 seconds for a pit stop, but I'm not too sure. Next time somebody pits, I'll have a look and see how long their pit stop time is. But so far, I've been seeing quite a few people being quite nice to tyres, and APS Hamilton already under the rear wing of the Ferrari. The Ferrari darting about a bit, and he's going to do the same move, second lap in a row, to the Ferrari that he did to the Renault.
the Phoenix didn't rise there, unfortunately, for Dark Phoenix, as I should say. I think he couldn't make the move stick, so that's why Hamilton got the job done again. But he's about 2 seconds separated between him and Ados. Can he find some time to gain to him? He already is. He's gained about one. He's already gaining a lot of time at the moment. So I won't be surprised if he could possibly make the same move to Ados there. That'll be insane. At the moment, is he
Yeah, hot wire. I mean, even though Tom is... Give me a minute. Somebody's having a bit of fun outside. Carry on.
Okay, no worries about that. But Hamilton is about closer to Ados as he is already. He is flying with the pace at this moment in time. It's absolutely remarkable. It's just insane. He's probably going to make the same move again going into this. Oh, he's going to try and make the move. Is he going to do it? Why is it cut through that camera? He's done it for the third lap in a row. Oh my word!
Lap in a row. He's done 3 identical moves on Ados Gamer, Dark Phoenix, and I think F1 Zanardi. I think Dun Thunder in the process actually got past the Haas as well.
Respect to Hamilton, to be fair, and Ados, and all the people that Hamilton has battled this race for these first few laps. He kept it absolutely clean there. Textbook move there. So well done to those guys. Hamilton, he's just got to keep it in there. He is doing very little, but he's managing to pull some superb lap times now. But he can't afford to become too complacent. That Ados is still gaining on him a little bit. Actually, no, he's losing a bit of time. And I think Atlantis has spun it through.
Atlantis is round again.
I think he lost a bit of his rear wing there. And Futal has retired. Oh, my word. Are we going to have a race where we have a lot of finishes?
He's done it again at the Sergio Perez wall.
The Sergio Perez wall. Oh, my word. I think we're not going to have a race where we have a lot of finishes. It's just like the curse of ILR3 on Xbox. Holy, oh my god. I was going to say another word there, but I'm not going to say it live on the stream. But, yeah, what a shame from Futal. I didn't really see what happened there between him and Futal, but we will just have to wait and see what happens there. But we have still got 11 drivers in this Grand Prix, still running very, very head to toe at the moment. Frank, so see if he can try and gain some points. Groundsy, I think, still on the ghost car, so I think if Rampage could gain some time, he can possibly get into the points as well. Definitely Atlantis having a race to remember. But Hotwire is closing in on Tom already. And that's... Oh, excuse me. That is because I think... Yeah, I think because Tom's on the set of Ultrasofts, Hotwire's on the set of Supers. So that is why Hotwire is definitely gaining a bit more time. So.
Yeah. If I was Tom right now, I would box now. Because on his screen, APS Hamilton's name would have just popped up onto his screen.
Yes.
And that just shows how much, and his gap is coming down by about 2 seconds a lap. I mean, Hotwire's catching him now.
Yes,
Those
he is.
ultras are going to be done pretty much at this point. He's got to do a complete one-stop strategy. He's going to have to come in on this lap and put on a set of super softs. I think they should last the rest of the race quite easily.
I would have said to him, box. To be honest,
he's still going to carry
out.
on with it, though. He's obviously feeling those tyres are still going to stay with him probably a couple laps more, and he's going to try and make that super soft stint as easy as he can.
It's a bit of a gamble for Tom to stay out as well, but if Tom's staying out, it's more of a good reason for Hot to stay out as well. So we can see what Tom is doing, and if Tom is not pitting, then he's like, oh, I can manage those tyres for a bit longer. I'm on a harder compound. That's probably what he's thinking. But right now, Hamilton could be on a charge coming up soon once Hotwire and Tom are in the pits, because I think he's a pit stop ahead of Hamilton, but it's going to be ever so close going towards the pit entry, I think, between these guys. So a top 3 battle is going to be emerging pretty soon. Ados is losing a bit of time already due to the fact he's been on these lap tyres for a bit longer. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on Tom just to see how he managing at this stage and what is going on at the moment. So yeah, it's already been chaotic already so far, but we've seen some good battles as well. So not the worst. Oh, Tom's in the pits. Tom is in the pits. Hotwire is choosing to stay out. And he's not using DRS at the moment, even though he's choosing to stay on a bit of DRS. But let's see where he is. And interestingly, where is Hamilton around this? He's about to approach the final corner of this. He's slowing a bit down ever so slightly. This could be a battle for second place emerging.
Quite considerably, to be fair.
He has done
4 seconds to spare between them.
4 seconds. So Tom played that pretty nicely actually, but we could see Hamilton see we could start to close. No, he's lost a bit of time already. That's because Tom has pitted when he needed. So all in all, well, I think what Tom did was he allowed the gap to be enough between him and Hamilton, his next rival, in order for him to pit. He wanted to see what the gap between him and Hamilton was, and then he made the right call to pit. So all in all, great call from Tom there to pit when he did.
Because of course, Tom's tyres are 9 laps fresher than Hamilton's, and I don't think Hamilton's are going to go to the end either. I think he's probably going to have to come in. There's a yellow in sector 3. It's none of the leaders. Not too sure who that was.
Let me just check right now. I don't know.
I think it might have been Atlantis because he's just come in for a new front wing.
Oh, Atlantis is definitely having a race to forget, I think, in my opinion. He is, yeah, not the best, I think, in my opinion, which is a bit of a shame. But we see a few people left, but there's a few people that retired already. So, yes, there's a Hotwire's probably going to think about pitting in the next few laps also. But I wonder where he's going to come out in front of Hamilton Hotwire. We shall have to wait and see. Ados Gamer is looking very comfortable in P4. So, looking good at this moment in time. So, that is looking impressive for him. Let's see how Dome Thunder's going to close in on to Dark Phoenix. Good job, I caught that battle in a hurry. Sonaldi's going on to a pits after being on the lap just off the same time as Tom was. At the moment, I thought Dome Thunder was going to make the same move.
Two guys that are very close together at the moment. Is actually, sorry to interrupt, but Dun Thunder and Dark Phoenix. Dun Thunder is actually going to try and move into Mirabeau, and I think Phoenix lets him by as fighting that. I think they're both on a pad as well, and fighting that, knowing they're both on pads, wouldn't have been the smoothest of overtakes, I have to say. But even with a pad, an overtake in Monaco is a good overtake as far as I'm concerned, no matter where it is.
Yes, and Tom, he is flying at the moment as Hotwire's going into the pits. Hotwire is going into the pits. Let me just follow him.
Yeah, he's coming out now.
Oh, he's coming out now. He's come out.
Back in 3rd place.
So, not enough
just in front of the lapped car of Atlantis.
So, Hamilton, I think, jumped Hotwire there. So, good from him at this stage. Hamilton now is P2. Not enough to try and close on to Tom at the moment, so he's definitely lost a bit of time. But Ados Game are doing well as well. Why do they keep getting yellow flags in sets 2? This might be due to Atlantis again.
No idea.
Or it might be I don't know what's gone on here, but Dark Phoenix is going to see if he can try and close in. Not much battles happening at the moment. I think the only battles are happening closing up is between the Ferrari of Dark Phoenix and the Renault of Dome Thunder. It's not over yet between these two. We've got 19 laps to go. It is all to play for between the midfield runners to see who's going to get the point. Literally, if you're in P11 right now, you've got to do all you can to try and get that point. But he's about 14 seconds adrift, Atlantis, so I don't think he's going to try and get it. But you never know. There could be some carnages right up front, and that could cause Atlantis to make some positions.
I think, judged on what we've seen so far, we could see at least one more DNF, I think. And I think Groundsy has actually left the game for quite a long time. His AI has been driving that car for quite a long time. But I think it's because we've had the AI dialed quite the way up in ILR. Neither Zanardi or Atlantis have actually had the opportunity to catch him up.
No.
Throughout the field, I've noticed you can really see the gap in the tyre degradation between Hamilton and Tom. As between, I think it was lap 18 that Tom pitted, and it was a 4 second gap then. In 3 laps, he's almost built that up to 10 seconds.
What? That is insane right now from Tom. It just goes to show pitting where you are is crucial. So, Tom, I did say Hamilton was going to win this race. I think I jinxed him. But
that was very close. I don't know if you were just spectating Hotwire, but he just had a bit of a shaky moment in the back corner. I think it was good though. I think it was only his tyres that made a bit of contact. Actually, no, he's got a bit of front right wing end plate damage. But it's only a minor bit. So if he's happy with the balance in it, it should be fine.
Yeah, I think he should be fine with that. He is still on a decent pace at the moment. He's not running too slow, so he could try and catch up as soon as possible. So yeah, I think he can do it, you know. But again, it is all to play for here. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Who you think is gonna win? Oliver's just asking where's ILR1. ILR1 is on Twitch. If you want to find out where it is, check on Twitter. But you may as well stay with ILR3 because we got battles about to emerge pretty soon as well. So, hey ho on that one. So, we're just going to see what happens. As Hotwire is, I think, going to be under pressure from the lapped cars as well. See what happens there. Is he going to encounter a bit of traffic maybe? You never know. But I think not much of a gap to get track of the battles. But the one that has gained the most is Tom. He's gained 16 positions from where he started. So, basically, he started from last. Am I right? No, 16th. I don't... Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he started from the bottom of the grid already, and he's coming already to the lead, which is great stuff. Hamilton has stayed where he is. Hotwire has gained 2. Ados has dropped a few positions, obviously, from his pole lap. Dome Thunder has gained 2. Dark Phoenix has gained 10. Zanardi and Atlantis have gained 1. Frank has gained 2. Groundy has gained 4, even though he still had an AI car. With Rampage has dropped it a little bit as well with 2. But Dark Phoenix going into the pits right now. Let's see where he ends up pretty soon as well. I think everyone is pitted at the moment, I think. Let me just check. Yes, everyone is pitted now.
Yeah.
After, because Dark Phoenix is just pitted. So yeah, everyone has now done their scheduled stop. But we could see people go on to a 2-stop if they started on possibly the Hypersource or if they had some carnage in lap 1. But we've seen a few people that had carnage in lap 1 still managed to do quite well in this race already. Managed to let not the lap 1 battles phase them and managing to do well. So it's important to have that mindset, like I said earlier on. If you have a carnage happening at the beginning of the race, just don't let that phase you. Concentrate on the rest of the race ahead of you, and that will help you a little bit, I think. But Ados almost went into the wall a little bit, but I think he manages to be okay. Hotwire's going to see if he can try and close. He needs about 3 seconds of drift. He is doing well to keep the gap, but Hamilton's already using time to Tom.
With those worn tyres that Hamilton's got on, I think if he sees Hotwire get within a second of him, I'd pit again, just because there's not really that much point fighting somebody that's much quicker. And probably hitting the wall at the same time if you do try and battle. Because I saw, because of that front wing damage, Hotwire's actually compensating by taking wider lines through corners like the tunnel, so he definitely makes sure that he doesn't hit the wall.
Yes, he
doesn't. Yeah.
Ados and Doan and Frank has pitted. So that is interesting. Frank, 3 stops. I understand why Ados and Doan have pitted, obviously because of the strategy that they were on. But Frank, I wonder if he had. That's probably why he had. What is going on? So
I'm not too sure. I think he was involved in an accident in the beginning, and then he might have put on ultras, and he's come in yet again. But then that only makes 2 stops. Has he just come in again? I think he might be going for a very aggressive strategy or something.
Yeah, we might have tried to set the fastest lap. But what tyre did he set his lap on? I don't know. But
He should be able to go to the end if he's careful from now.
it is a bit pushing it, I think, at the moment. But I think we've seen Tom go on the ultras for about 17 laps, so it is doable. But it's very important to keep your tyre management. And I think Tom manages
also,
tyres.
Tom knows that one stop is OP. He won in China from last on the grid by 20 seconds, which is just unbelievable. Shows how good the one stop on this game is. And he beat people like Ados, I think it was Ados and Zillion Average, who started on 1-2, who were on 2 stops. And I'm actually looking at the gaps now. Dun Thunder is making another overtake, this time on Ados Gamer.
Wow. He's going to have a chance to get it done in the... Oh! I think they've just been lapped by Tom. So, are they going to deal with the traffic? That's going to be quite tricky. Tom managed to deal with the traffic quite well. So, that is going to be crucial, I think. But, yeah, so far... Oh, Rampage's gone to the pits as well. But I think so far, the battle that we're going to see towards the end is definitely between P5 and 6 right now. And possibly P7. Maybe. We shall see. So, we got yellow. Oh, I saw Red Bull lose it. It was it was Hotwire.
Oh,
he lost it there.
That's put his gap up to 12 seconds. I think he might have just lost it under braking a bit, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I think he might have a bit. No, he's got a bit more damage. He's now got left front wing end plate damage. He's running this. He decided he wants to run the 2019 wing for a while. Tom's
Tom!
He's binned it.
Did he bin in the pit? What? I don't know what happened there.
I'll spectate Hamilton a minute, see where it was. That is exactly where KJ binned it in WXL. He just overheated the tyres a bit too much, slid across the casino square and into that barrier.
Yeah. I felt so bad for Tom. I felt so bad for him as he was doing so well on his strategy. But now, that's going to put a lot of stuff in Hamilton's favour at the moment. But don't forget, he will need to pit soon. Because how are these tyres how these tyres are going to manage, you'll probably have to pit. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But we shall see.
Yeah, that's just made it a bit more interesting as Hamilton now comes in, knowing that he's now got a 37-second gap between him and Hotwire. As now Thomas put in the ILR chat, "Please kill me," and that is exactly how I'd be feeling if I binned it.
Mate,
having quite a commanding lead, as he did in China about 4 races ago.
Yeah, Tom was on course for a win there, but I think he lost it. So, yeah. But oh well, he's got a chance for a cover. I think he could do well the next race. But don't forget, there is a break week next week, so there'll be no racing. But he's got, I think, an extra week to recover and make sure he gets some practice in to get what he needs out of the car. But that means the pressure on the podium positions is well and truly on. But I think it's probably going to stay as it is. But I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. After seeing what happened with Tom, it's anyone's game. As I think Dome Thunder is going to see if he can try and get the move on Ados, but I think we've got Frank right behind him as well. That's catching up.
He tries to go for a move through Beau Rivage. Just remember the name of that corner, and he makes it a move completed. As we've seen, APS Hamilton do 3 laps in a row earlier, but Ados Game is still very close behind him. I'm not sure if it's a mistake that let Dun Thunder pass before, but that's going to allow R Frank to have another go. At least he wasn't lagging as bad as last week. You can actually have a look at the race on the ILR channel just to see some of the chaos that unfolded in Spain. I was actually commentating with Will then as a one-off. All three drivers then actually cutting the chicane to get as good as drives as possible. I won't be surprised if they all get a warning. I'm actually surprised though. The drivers so far have been really good with obeying the track limits. I think Ados Gamer actually clouts the wall there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually got a bit of damage to his front wing. He definitely has, because a slug of understeer going through the Raskas corner, and that's going to allow R Frank to have a massive run up into turn 1, as I think WR Phoenix actually pits. Yes, he does, for a new front wing as well. That's going to allow Dun Thunder up into the podium places. If he's careful, he's going to be able to get those ultra softs to the end. And when I say careful, I mean very careful. I mean, Tom binned it with the super softs only at 9 laps. Ados Gamer gets a huge bit of understeer. Not sure. Yes, he has got a big bit of right wing end plate damage around the orange territory. He's got a bit of left wing end plate damage around in the light green territory. It's not too bad on the left side. But Ados, he's going to lose less time now if he pits than if he carries on with that wing.
Yes, I think because the gap between 9 and 10 is so far back. I think if he pits now, it wouldn't hurt him that much, because I think Zanardi as well is a bit further back as well. So he's not going to lose too much position going into this. So he can afford to take it a bit cautiously. He can't go too aggressive at the moment, as Dark Phoenix, I think, got the move on Zanardi. And I think we got Atlantis right behind as well. The Williams, but no, that's I think Hamilton's lapping them too. But that probably helps Zanardi try and defend that position from Atlantis, I think. Just to see if he can do it. But I think they're Atlantis all over the back. He's starting to gain a bit more pace, Atlantis now. Up into P7 at the moment. What a move from Atlantis. That was a great move. He has done very well to gain that move there already. So that is impressive. And we've got Frank. Just see if he can get another move done on Dome Thunder there. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But so far, I think driver of the day...
Yeah, go on.
So far, I think driver of the day has got to be, I think at the moment, it's got to be Hamilton. And possibly Hotwire as well, with managing to avoid the carnage. It would have been Tom if he didn't DNF, unfortunately. But, you know, so... It is a bit of a shame, but hey-ho.
I mean, the battle between Dun Thunder and R Frank might be quite ferocious, because don't forget, it is for the last podium place.
Yes, it is crucial, I think. Any points at this stage counts, and if you do get a podium, that'll be a good achievement for these guys, just to show how far they've come in this league. But we're on lap 31 now. We've got roughly about 9-10 minutes to go of this Grand Prix. So probably about 15 minutes, I think, roughly about that. And I've got to say, it's been some good racing. We've had a lot of non-finishers, but it's been much better than most races I've commentated for ILR3. So pretty impressed with the battles that we have seen so far. It's got better as the race goes on, I think. So they're managing to do quite nicely at the moment, as Hamilton and Hotwire already pulling away from the rest of the field already. As as
R Frank tries to go around the outside in the tunnel, doesn't get it done. Bit of contact with a wall, and he actually falls back a little bit. But I think he's going to make it up again. His tyres are actually 3 laps older than Dun Thunder's are, as Ados Gamer's out.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's go on board with Atlantis.
That's a very strange place to bin it.
Let's go on board with Atlantis. Oh, my word. Yeah, that is very strange. He just lost it on that left wall there. But...
That reminds me of... I know he was still quite a long way away from the braking zone, as I was about to look at a move between Dun Thunder and R Frank there, as Atlantis is now out as well. And he's in the way of F1 Zanardi. People are going to have to be very careful to avoid him. He's literally in the centre of the track. I think if you go on board with SRL Rampage, he'll still be there when he comes back round. SRL Rampage struggling so much at the moment to get the power down.
I did see people trying to manage their way throughout Atlantis as well earlier on, so I did see that. But yes, I think you can guarantee you can get points now if you finish. So yeah, because I think you got to complete like 90% or something, and I think they've almost completed 9%. So if they're still out now, you'll get points definitely. So that'll be good motivation for the drivers.
Yeah. Our Frank actually tried to look for a move there into the back corner, but it's quite sensibly, I have to say, he comes back out of it. There's normally a move there, ends up in a crash. Yes. I'm not going to lie. As we saw that, I think back in 2013, I think it was with not Charles Peak. Anyway, as I'm going to shut up now, as our Frank actually gets DRS, Stun Thunder with a bad exit. Our Frank is now going to try and go around the outside. He does leave him space, but he doesn't get the best run. A slot back behind the rear wing of the Renault, tries to get a bit closer, but Thunder breaks extraordinarily late into Beau Rivage, through Casino Square and down to Mirabeau. He's going to try it again, locks up his right front, comes back out a bit again. As I was saying earlier, that crash that ADOS gamer had actually reminds me of Nico Rosberg back in 2011. When he lost it under braking and hit the wall in practice really hard. As Stun Thunder not getting the best of exits.
This is going to be very close between these two, going into that straight. Yeah. But I think Frank lost it a little bit there, so that's probably helped Dome Thunder try and defend. But he still has a few more chances going into this. This could go on to the end of this race, you know. This could be insane. Right? Frank has definitely got the pace around here. Let me just see. I think Frank has been on these Ultra Softs, though, for longer than Dome Thunder. So I don't understand why Frank has more pace than Dome Thunder. Possibly he was able to manage his tyres a bit more. Can he get the slipstream there side by side going into the start-finish straight? There was a bit of contact there. And Dome Thunder almost track extending.
Oh, what a move.
But Frank managing to keep it together. That was a good move for both of them. I think it's one of the places again where you can afford to track extend a little bit. But Frank up into P3, that will be probably one of his best results if he stays like this. But Dome Thunder will definitely be right back.
I've seen switchbacks and then I've seen one round up the inside of the chicane. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that, to be honest.
That was pretty epic.
That was absolutely insane. Like I said, the battles we've seen tonight, textbook, keeping it clean, the ones we've seen, and it just goes to show that some of these drivers in this league are very talented. And we could see them go up to ILR2 before you know it, next season. I could already see the likes of Hamilton and possibly Hotwire and Tom possibly going to ILR2 next season if they keep the pace up that they're doing today. And possibly Frank as well, but they may score better at different tracks, we shall say. There's 4 more laps to go. And no, I wasn't meant to do that. There we go. Got that sorted there. But so I think everyone's on the Seb Ultrasofts apart from Zanardi. So I think Zanardi, has gone for 1 stop. Am I right? I think he has. Let me just check.
Looking at the laps, 2. I'd say yes.
No, he's gone for 2 stops. 2. I guess he didn't want to go too aggressive in the final few laps, which is fair enough. But I think everyone else has pitted twice. So, but Frank has pitted. Frank is in P3.
ABS.
And he's pitted.
Yeah, ABS has pitted twice.
Yeah, Frank is in P3, and he's stopped more than anyone else 3 times. That is insane. He's avoided the car.
That just shows how much pace that just shows how much pace he did have. He's screwed the careful approach and gone on to hitting it with a hammer with the lap times he's been putting in at the moment.
Yeah, and I've just got confirmation from one of the admins of ILR3 due to the fact that Groundy has had his AI be in control for all the race. That will count as a disconnection, so he won't be getting any points, which means that people below him will be bounced up a place. So that'll be good. So that means Tom will get a point of this race, which is a deserving due to the fact he had a good strategy. But to be honest, he should have gone a bit higher, but we shall see. But right now, the penultimate lap for this Grand Prix. Let me know who your thoughts are for driver of the day in the chat. Let us know. We definitely got a few contenders already, but I think the order's pretty much going to stay the same.
I think my driver of the day will probably be Hamilton.
Yes.
Mostly because of the overtakes he did. It was 3 of the same overtake in 3 laps. I mean, you got consistency, and then you got consistency with overtaking as well. Which is just, it's unbelievable. And this was also in a place that you hardly ever see any overtaking.
Yeah. There's some places where, like, Hamilton just said, I don't care if it's hard to overtake. I'm going to try and overtake it anyway, like the corner we just seen. And it's just remarkable to see him actually making those aggressive moves. But he knows when to not make a move. If he knows he doesn't have the space, he doesn't make the move. So he knows when to do it. He's one of those drivers where he's very clean. So to be honest, I wonder what assist he used. I assume he uses Racing Line. But I don't know. You never know. I might ask him actually after the stream what assist he used, because I won't be surprised if he has most of the assists turned off. He might have a few turned on, but due to that pace, he's got to have most assists turned off. But you never know. But it's a tier where you can have most of the assists turned on, because we are welcoming here at ILR. But hey ho, we've got one more lap to go. Coming in second as I think the top 2 are on the class 0 and they're already about a minute behind everybody else. So
yeah, I just want to point out how commanding Hamilton's performance has been in the second half of this race. The 3 people that haven't been lapped are Hamilton, Hotwire, and R-Frank. Everyone else has been lapped at least once.
Yes, I won't. Frank was ever so close to getting that, but he managed to pull. Frank's performance towards the second half has been pretty good as well. So I would put Frank as well as contender for driver of the day, as he's had a good recovery drive. He had some carnage at the beginning, but he didn't let that phase him, and he had a positive mindset going towards the end there. So I think he'll be pretty happy with P3, I think. So it just goes to show, never give up. If you're last, never give up, because you could do what Frank does and score a possible podium. So that'll be good for him. That'll be good confidence boost, I think, in my opinion. But we're just following Hamilton now, approaching the final few corners here. He can't afford to bin it. He's got to get the car home. The Williams guys will be happy. Can Frank... I think he's about to lap Frank. Almost. But
No, Frank wants to do that last lap.
He wants to get fastest lap. That's what he wants to do. But Hamilton wins in Monaco in dominant fashion, I've got to say, with Hotwire in second. Well done to Hotwire. And Frank will cross the line in P3. And Dome Thunder got 5. Thank goodness the game now, because the game didn't used to do this actually. You actually get a penalty for not serving a stock go. Oh my word! The AI of Hotwire has been collided with the AI of Dome Thunder there. I don't know entirely what happened there. But luckily...
Well, how Hotwire's AI is just completely given up. He just parked it in the middle of the trail. That's it.
I wonder what would have happened in real life if that happened. But anyway, Sonadi comes across the line in P7 with Rampage, your final finisher, in P8 with Atlantis and Ados and Tom also getting a point due to Groundsy, having an AI control him for the rest of the race. So, yes, all in all, not a bad race. Even though we've had less finishers, we've had the best quality of races I've seen in a long time from this tier. So, well done to those guys. Very impressed. So, especially to Hamilton, especially. So
should be able to get the top 3 in for interviews? Are we doing interviews today?
Yes, we are. We are doing interviews because I think we would like to speak to a few of them. I'll let Jack do the honours because then I don't have to. Well, I mean, invite people. I mean, but we could do the questions.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, well done to Hamilton Celebrate. We got all British podium here. Haven't seen that in a while in Monaco, I've got to say, in real life or in the game. So British people doing proud, but well done to him as well. So yes, we just got the confirmation that if you could, the ones who have completed 9% do get points, apart from Groundsy. So we'll just wait for people to join the party then for our top 3.
They've all been invited.
They've all been invited, okay. And it'll be nice to speak to Hamilton there and to Frank as well. Basically all 3 of them for driving ever so well. Fastest lap. Let me just check who got fastest lap actually. Person who got fastest lap was Hotwire, I think. No, Tom actually got fastest lap there with a 1:10. But anyway, we do have our race winner, I believe. Yes, we do. Well, Hamilton, are you there?
Yeah.
Well done on that win. Absolutely dominant fashion, especially towards the second half there. Tell me how you thought of the race. What was your pace looking like? How did you feel to get that win?
I mean, it was an absolute mess, and I was just a bit lucky, to be fair. I mean, for that safety car to come out, I got given a stop-and-go penalty for a Toro Rosso just smashing into me. Like, that didn't make any sense, so that ruined my race. But then I got really lucky with Tom, who ended up crashing out, so that basically just gifted me the victory.
What happened then when you saw that Tom crashed out? What was your thoughts going into that mindset a little bit there? Did you manage to conserve your tyres a bit more, do you think?
Well, as soon as I saw him just crashed out, I literally nearly crashed out myself because I was so shocked. But yeah, I just went into lean and just coasted home, basically.
Yeah, that was probably the best strategy going on forward then. So, any questions from you, Jack, regarding our race winner?
No. I just want to say that's the only interview we're going to get because I don't think our Frank has a mic, and Hotwire has just got to dash off for dinner. So that's going to be it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that is probably it. We'll just wait for a tiny bit more, but Downfather just got a 5-second penalty for the Toro Rosso crash apparently, but that's what's happened there. But going into the next race, you got a week break, I believe. And what are your thoughts going into this next race? How are you going to manage? How are you going to manage whatever the next round is, which I completely forgot.
Canada.
How are you going to manage that?
Yeah, it's a much better track for me. Like, this is one of my worst, and I'm just hoping to get a podium, really, out of Canada.
Yeah, Canada's looking very strong, I think, for most drivers as well. So, and I think you already summed up the most for your race. So, well done to you on your performance, and hope to see you go strong in the next race in Canada. But I think that's it. I don't think we're going to have Frank. No, I don't think Frank has a mic. I'm just going to see... No, I don't think the other person has a mic either. So that's going to be it from me and Jack. Thank you so much for watching. The first stream in a while, we've had no restart. So, thank the Lord for that. But, any final words, Jack?
No, I think, again, on the restarts, I think we got clarified before that we weren't restarting this, whatever happened. So I think that gave a... You didn't see it on stream, but there were quite a few annoyed people in the chat halfway through that race that binned it in like the first couple of corners. But yeah, like, other than that, it was a good race. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I enjoyed it as well. Probably the best race from ILR3 in the world. So well done to these guys. And like we said, no race next week. If we have a break week due to the fact that the ILR2 stream and ILR1 will clash with Brazil in real life. So that is why we have the break week. But that will allow people to practice a little bit more for Canada next week, in 2 weeks' time. So thank you for watching, we'll see you then for some more action. Make sure you join us on Sunday for ILR 1 and 2 for PS4 tier as well. 5:30 and at 7 o'clock, so make sure you join us then. But until now, I've been Just Game 95. Jack's been Jack Rain, and yeah, good night.